No problem. Thanks for having me back. I appreciate it.
You looking forward to the big night tonight?
Oh, I can't wait for all the unity that I'm going to hear about tonight. It's going to be amazing. I think it's going to be a magical evening. I think the American people are going to be lulled to sleep by Uncle Joe. No, seriously, he's somebody who's perpetrating a fraud on America. That's who he is and what he is. And tonight will just be more of the same. He will come in here to the Capitol building, and he's going to give this unifying speech that he's going to talk about putting bipartisanship first and putting partisanship behind us and how we all have to come together. And then while the speech is happening, his people, whether it's in the White House or in Congress, are going to be attacking Republicans, are going to be force-feeding legislation down our throats, and are going to be signing executive orders that do the exact opposite. And that's what we're going to hear and see tonight.
Do you think, though, that anybody is really listening to this? The American Families Plan, they're already talking about how this is going to have a lot of problems in Congress. And we now have the American Families Plan, which joins the American Jobs Plan, or as he calls it, the American Jobs Pan, and the American Rescue Plan. And I don't see that it's going to help too many Americans. And in the American Families Plan, I don't think it's going to help too many families, unless it's a family of bundlers for Democrat fat cats.
That's right. Look, here's a couple things for everybody to think about. We had a $1.9 trillion COVID relief package that was jammed down our throats, and we find out that less than 10% of the $1.9 trillion was spent on actual COVID relief. You then have an infrastructure bill on the heels of that last month or so that was brought about at about $1.6 trillion. And they're saying, oh, well, we're going to pay for that by raising taxes on the rich. And what that's code for is everyone. And we're going to raise taxes because we're going to play the haves versus have-nots. But when you go to look at their tax increase, which isn't even a good idea because you're taxing the job creators, you're taxing the people who actually spend money in the economy, that's detrimental to our overall health. But even that money only was about $250 to $300 billion of new taxes to pay for the $1.6 trillion on infrastructure. And now you have this new bill or this new proposal that he's going to unveil tonight, which is another $1.5 trillion to $2 trillion, unable to pay for it. We're just going to print more money. And as we are sitting here right now, we are becoming Greece. We are spending. Think about this. Biden has been in office for 100 days, and we have blown past the dangerous deficits that we already have. And at least you could argue whether it was 9/11 and the war on terror, or the economic collapse of 2007 and 8, or the initial onslaught of COVID bills that we spent money on a year ago. Those were some arguments. People can agree and disagree on those things. But spending $5 to $6 trillion in the first 100 days, or proposing to do that, is reckless and irresponsible.
How about this? He's going to propose universal free community college. I mean, what are most people going to learn if they were teaching skills and trades that are needed? But I get the feeling that this is going to be mainly utilized to prop up these courses that are going to teach queer studies, critical race theory, gender.
Critical race theory. That's
yeah,
exactly
I mean, what is? And they're saying, well, we have to do that. He's going to say we have to do this to compete with China. But you know what? China is teaching their students skills that can be used in a modern economy. We're not. So what's the point?
This new proposal to prop up community colleges, and it's all a laundry list of and for the left. That's all this is. This isn't about helping America or helping Americans. This is really just checking boxes for AOC and her left-wing radical list of wants and free. Look, we are becoming, Joe Biden said, do I look like a radical socialist to you? Remember during the presidential campaign? He said, well, here's the answer. Yes, you do. Okay. That's what we're dealing with here. We're dealing with a fundamental transformation of America. And it's a dangerous thing, Howie. And we have to stop it. Folks have to stand up and fight this every day. I know we're not supposed to say the word fight, but I'm telling you, we must, as Americans, as people who love this country, as people who believe in this constitutional republic, we have to fight every day.
I read $80 billion more for the Internal Revenue Service. $80 billion. They want to double the capital gains tax. And, oh, no, it's only going to affect the rich. You know, that's the, everybody is the rich.
Well, everybody is the rich because everybody, look, you look at what taxes, I'll call higher gas prices at the gas pump. I will call more expensive groceries across the board, whether it's milk or bread or eggs or any other staple, meat. I will call all of that a tax increase that Joe Biden has perpetrated on the American people over the last 100 days. If you look at the prices, they're going up. Howie, I brought up Greece a moment ago. I don't know, and no economist that I know knows the number, the debt, what our debt is going to be that will topple our economy and therefore our country, like Greece's did 4 or 5 years ago. But they all agree there is a number. They just don't know what it is. And we've gone from, it took us 220 years to get to $10 trillion. And now we're going to blow past 30 trillion in Joe Biden's administration. We are irresponsibly spending our people into debt.
Everything they've done has screwed up including the $300 a month bonus, $300 a week bonus in unemployment, which makes it impossible to get workers, even though these restaurants, other small businesses want to reopen. I mean, everything they have done, whether it's dealing with Iran, shutting down the Keystone XL pipeline, opening the borders to hordes of third world indigents. It's been a disaster across the board.
Howie, I can't tell you how many times I've been in restaurants in the last few weeks where they're not making you wait to get a table because of social distancing anymore. They're making you wait for a table because they don't have the servers. They don't have the people in the back cooking, and they don't have the wait staff to be able to deal with the people who want to come into these restaurants. It is a train wreck what Joe Biden is doing to this country in just 100 days. This is a dangerous road we are going down. And I think those people, Howie, those people who hated those mean tweets, who voted for Joe Biden, are getting exactly what they didn't think they were getting.
Yeah.
They thought they were going to be voting for Uncle Joe, a moderate guy who's saying unity and we need to come together as a nation because it sounds so nice. But they're getting a belly full of AOC.
You know, the thing is, though, today they went after Rudy Giuliani. They raided his offices and his apartments in New York City. What do you make of that? Is that just another, to sort of, appease and throw a sop to the people who hated the mean tweets, who hate Orange Man bad, to prove that Joe may be a disaster, but at least he's still going to try to punish everybody who was with Donald Trump?
Well, I think there's several reasons. One is you see the problems that John Kerry has with Iran right now, right? I mean, we see what is going on. And so you have to say to yourself, when you look at the politicization of the FBI and DOJ, is this something to get the American people's eyes off of what's going on with John Kerry. And so I'm a skeptic. So you have to wonder about that. So I feel badly for Rudy because he is close to Trump, and anyone who is close to Trump is
a target.
And we've seen it. Year after year now for the last 5 years, whether your name is Manafort or Stone or Giuliani or any other Bannon,
right.
It is, you are a target if you are in the proximity of and helping support this president.
The thing is, this is also, it's being speculated that this is about the Foreign Agent Registration Act, FARA. And that's what like you said, that's what they used against Manafort, Papadopoulos, Carter Page, some with success, some with not so much success. But the key to remember about FARA, Foreign Agent Registration Act, is the Podesta brothers, one of whom managed Hillary Clinton's campaign, prominent Democrat, fat cats. They were in violation of FARA, and the FBI and the DOJ just looked the other way. They didn't have any interest in prosecuting them, but they're busting into Rudy's house or his apartment and his offices today in Manhattan. It's just amazing. David Bossie, thanks for being with us, and we'll talk to you again soon. Thank you. Eden Pure has brought back the 3-pack for this week only. You can save $200 on an Eden Pure Thunderstorm air purifier 3-pack. You'll get 3 units for under $200, and you'll save $200 at the same time. You'll have one for your basement, one for your first floor, and one for your second floor, all in one purchase. Allergy season is here, and it's not ending anytime soon. If you suffer from all the pollen, then you need the Thunderstorm. With the 3-pack, you can now enjoy clean air everywhere in your house or workplace. It's been months now that we've been talking about the Thunderstorm air purifier. People still ask me, does it really work? It sure does. Not only does it really work, it works in hours. The Eden Pure Thunderstorm air purifier is so small and light that you can hold it in your hand just like I'm doing right now if you're on social media, and plug right into the wall. The best part is you don't have to replace any air filters, which of course saves you both time and money. Other air purifiers can cost up to $600 for just one unit, and they're very bulky, and they get in your way. Go to EdenPure.com, click the radio banner, and put in code word Howie3 to save $200 on their special 3-pack. This is the best deal you're ever going to get. EdenPure.com, radio banner, code word Howie3. The 3-pack special is for this week only, so take advantage of it. I'm Howie Carr.
Fighting